Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because what's happening in the NFC is nothing short of seismic. Rumors are swirling around the Detroit Lions, and they could very well send shockwaves through the division and beyond. The Lions, sitting at 7-6, have been quietly trying to address some of their issues, especially on the offensive line and in their secondary, which has been battered by injuries. But the latest speculation suggests they might be ready to shake things up by trading Penei Sewell, one of the league's most dominant offensive tackles, to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for draft picks and possibly a defensive tackle. This potential move could open up some serious cap space for Detroit, around $23 million, which they could use to bolster their secondary and rebuild their defense, especially considering how much they've been hemorrhaging points lately, giving up an average of 26 points per game in 2025. Now, let's talk about Sewell. If you're a Cowboys fan, you know just how valuable a player like him can be. Sewell isn't just an ordinary offensive lineman. He's a titan, a true wall that can anchor your offensive line and give your quarterback, in this case Dak Prescott, a lot more breathing room. The kind of protection Sewell provides is elite, a perfect blend of power, technique, and consistency. In 2025, Sewell's PFF overall grade is a staggering 96.8, ranking him as the top offensive tackle in the league. His pass blocking grade is 89.4, which places him fifth among tackles, but it's his run blocking that truly stands out, a grade of 98.8, the best in the league. This means he's not just good at protecting Dak. He's also a dominant force in the running game, creating lanes and pancakes with ease. Over 13 games, he's only allowed 2 sacks and 6 hits, with an impressive 84% win rate on his assignments. His career stats are just as impressive: 90 games played, a career PFF grade of 93.8, which puts him in the top 3 among tackles, and an EPA per run of plus 0.15, which is elite. He's amassed over 145 pancakes in his career, and in 2025 he's been completely healthy, playing every snap with 0 injuries, which is a huge plus given his size, 6'5", 335 pounds. Trade-wise, the Cowboys could see so many benefits from bringing Sewell into the fold. First, it would significantly strengthen their offensive line, which is currently ranked 15th by PFF with an overall score of 71.0. That's good, but Sewell's addition could elevate the unit into a true powerhouse, much like the dominant lines we've seen in recent years. Sacks have been a concern, with Dallas allowing 36 in the first part of the season, but that number could drop drastically with Sewell anchoring one side. We're talking about the potential for sacks to fall to around 20, which would be a game changer. The run game would also get a massive boost, an 18% increase in EPA, meaning that Dallas could run the ball more effectively, keep Prescott cleaner, and open up the play-action game even more. It's about balance, folks, and Sewell brings that in spades. But why would Detroit consider trading Sewell? Well, the Lions are in a bit of a cap crunch, just about $16 million in space, and they're also looking at their Super Bowl odds, which are around plus 1,100, making them long shots at best. Their secondary has been a mess, with 5 concussions on the roster and a DVOA ranking of 20th overall. The team is in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially on defense, and they're eyeing a different direction. The idea is that they want to prioritize their defensive front, possibly moving towards a rebuild that emphasizes pass rush and secondary stability. Plus, with the offensive line performing well but Goff's protection being a concern, especially with injuries like Tyler Smith's concussion, weeks 8-10, and Zach Martin being out with a shoulder injury, they see Sewell as a valuable trade asset. The rumors suggest that Detroit values their future picks and believes that trading Sewell now, before his extension hits $32 million, makes strategic sense, especially since they're already in a rebuilding phase. Now, peering into how this impacts the Cowboys, the potential acquisition of Sewell could be a franchise-altering move. Dallas currently sits at 8-5, and their offensive line, ranked 15th by PFF, has been a solid but not spectacular unit. Adding Sewell would instantly turn them into one of the league's most formidable lines. The impact on the pass protection would be immediate. Sacks could drop from 36 to around 20, which is huge for Prescott's confidence and longevity. The run game would explode, an estimated 18% boost in EPA, which translates into more consistent yardage and easier third downs. We're talking about a unit that could turn into a true juggernaut, giving Dallas a balanced attack that keeps defenses guessing and opens up more opportunities in the red zone. A stronger line also means Prescott gets more time to throw, and that's always good news for the Cowboys' passing attack, which has been pretty efficient this season, but could reach even higher levels with Sewell's elite protection skills. Looking at the bigger picture, a trade for Sewell could set the Cowboys up for a deep playoff run and possibly a Super Bowl appearance. His presence would bolster the trenches, which is the foundation of championship teams. The Cowboys' offense, which has already shown flashes of brilliance, could become unstoppable with Sewell protecting Prescott, allowing the offense to dictate the pace and impose their will on opponents. Defensively, Dallas has been solid but not dominant, so they can focus on bolstering other areas while Sewell anchors their offensive line. His elite run blocking, combined with his pass protection, would make Dallas's offense even more balanced, and with the NFC wide open, this kind of move could be the final piece needed to push them all the way to the Super Bowl. Now, let's talk about the playoff implications. Sewell's grades in the playoffs are impressive. A 98.8 run blocking grade that increases by 24% during playoff games, which signals he's a clutch performer when it matters most. His ability to dominate in the trenches under pressure would be a huge asset for Dallas, especially against top-tier defenses like the 49ers or Eagles. The odds for Dallas to win the Super Bowl could see a jump from plus 1,200 to around plus 650 if they pull off this trade, especially considering Sewell's ability to elevate the entire offense and keep Prescott protected in crucial moments. It's about that extra layer of security, that X factor, that could turn a good team into a championship contender. And let's not forget the historical context. The Cowboys have always believed in building through the trenches, and acquiring Sewell would be a clear statement of their intent to dominate for years to come. It's reminiscent of past moves that have transformed franchises, and if they land Sewell, it's not just about this season, it's about establishing a new dynasty. The Lions, meanwhile, are in a transitional phase, trying to figure out their next steps. They're in a bit of a limbo, hoping to rebuild quickly, but their decision to trade Sewell might be the start of a bigger overhaul. If the Cowboys can capitalize on this opportunity, it could be a defining moment, not just for this season, but for the future of the franchise. In conclusion, this rumored trade isn't just a move for the present, it's a statement of intent. Sewell isn't just an upgrade, he's a cornerstone. For Dallas, landing a player of his caliber could mean the difference between just making the playoffs and making a real Super Bowl push. The division might never be the same, and the Cowboys could solidify their status as NFC favorites if this deal goes down. It's a gamble, sure, but when you're chasing greatness, sometimes you have to take risks. And right now, the Dallas Cowboys have a real shot at doing just that, building a line that's unstoppable, a team that's hungry, and a future that's bright. So buckle up, Cowboys fans. The road to another Super Bowl might just get a little smoother with Sewell in the mix. The NFC is watching, and Dallas is about to make a bold statement. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. All right, folks, what do you think about all this? Are you excited about the possibility of Sewell donning the star and protecting Dak for years to come? How do you feel about trading draft picks for such a game-changing player? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Let's keep the passion alive and aim for that Super Bowl, Cowboys Nation.